Well, mine's a little dark. I just feel a lot of concern that 2024 may be the year of a black swan event.
Mm.
This is a national security event with high impact that's very hard to predict. There are a number of concerns that I have that factor into that. Not only this sort of enduring heightened threat level that we're facing, the wars in Israel, also Ukraine. And we're so divided in this country in ways that we haven't seen before. And I think that just creates fertile ground for our adversaries like North Korea, China, and Iran. And that's what concerns me most.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 15, verse 2. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High. Revelation chapter 15, verse 2. Shalom. What is started by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Ruach Kodash. Double honors to our venerable apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the Lord's elect, the house of David. All right, it's the brother Aharon coming back at you with another lesson, Lord willing to be edifying and uplifting unto the elect. All right, and today is December 27th, all right, 2023, the hopeful year where all the prophecies be fulfilled. All right, and again, we're entering into 2024. All right, we're seeing, again, all the signs, all right, those end time prophecies that the prophets, the men of the Lord, starting with our elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down, have been preaching about, is all coming to fruition. Okay, we've been coming out here in the highways and byways telling people about this last major prophecy that will take place in this lifetime. All right, before the ultimate destruction of America, Babylon the Great. Okay, and the setting up of the kingdom of heaven, all right, here on earth. Okay, the scriptures tell you that there's going to be what? A new heaven and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. All right, so when you look at the world in which it's in now, all right, pertaining to Proverbs 29 and 2, we clearly see that this world is under a curse. All right, it's under a wicked rulership, it's under a wicked vibration. All right, very, very satanic, very anti-Most High, anti-logic, all right, anti-morals, anti-Messiah, really. Okay, that anti-Christ spirit, all right, is at an all-time high. Okay, and that's all because they are preparing, all right, for the ultimate downfall, the ultimate destructive state. Okay, they're trying to, when I say they, I'm talking about the elites of this world, the ones that the earth has been given into. Okay, pertaining to Job 9:24, where it says the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. All right, so when you go into it, when you really dig deep down into the rabbit hole, all right, who do you find out, all right, as the rulers of this earth? Okay, we're talking about the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, and so on and so forth. All right, who rule through so many different agents and agencies. All right, governments, all right, banks, and so on and so forth. All right, and all their agenda they have is all wicked and is tailored towards destroying humanity. Okay, destroying, all right, the very essence of the Most High. Okay, the power, the spirit and power of the Israelites. These devils want to go to that point of ultimate destruction. Okay, we're gonna destroy the Most High's people. We're gonna destroy anything that has to do with godliness and good. All right, and we're gonna put our own thing, our own spin on things. Through the magic power of AI. All right, such a vain fellow, man. Because little did you know that the Lord is about to put some spirit on these AI. All right, these AI robots to turn on you devils, man. All right, but again, they're leading a very satanic, dark world. All right, so that people could be prepared for the MOTB. Okay, the micro, you know what? All right, so we're going to get into it real quick. It says this article is dated December 22nd, 2023. All right, so a few days ago. It says Nigerian telcos told to block SIMs not linked to digital ID by February 28th. Okay, so February 28th, all right, which is a couple of months from now, anyone who is not in compliance with this new way of living, all right, you're gonna be asked out. Okay, and that is all part of what is known as conditioning. Okay, there's something also known as priming. Okay, as a matter of fact, let's get a little bit on what priming is. Okay, what is priming? All right, you have priming, you have framing, and so on and so forth, right? In psychology, what is priming? We're going to look at both ways, right? So priming in psychology, right, is the idea that exposure to one stimulus may influence a response to a subsequent stimulus without conscious guidance or intention. There you go. The priming effect refers to the positive or negative effect of a rapidly presented stimulus on the processing of a second stimulus that appears shortly after. There you go. You see? So they're setting the stage. Basically, priming is the foundation or the stage before the main event. Okay? So now let's look at this is the definition of priming in psychology, right? So now let's look up priming in communication, right? Let's read. It says, priming happens when news media suggests to audiences ways and specific issues that should be used to evaluate the performance of leaders and governments. Let's get a little bit better definition. It says, this enables the audience to evaluate the situation and to conclude how effective the media have been in order to make a decision by providing a frame of reference. I don't like that one. Let's see. Priming, right? It says the priming theory states that media images stimulate related thoughts in the minds of audience members. So now we understand that the mainstream media is very, very important when it comes to mind control. Okay. Also, when it comes to predictive programming. All right. This is all part of it. All right. They've been predictively programming the masses through the media, through the music. All right. Through the political realm, through the school systems, the job place, the workplace, right? All these places have been influential in how people think today. Okay. When you look at how people think today compared to how they thought 20, 30 years ago, it's completely different world. It's completely different. Even here in America, people actually did some thinking. 30 years later, today, present day now, fast forward 30 years to now, there's no thinking being done. Okay. So this is priming. It says, grounded in cognitive psychology, the theory of media priming is derived from the associative network model of human memory, right? Bring it into memory, in which an idea or concept is stored as a node in the network and is related to other ideas or concepts by semantic paths. Priming refers to the activation of a node in this network, which may serve as a filter, an interpretive frame, or a premise. A premise for what? For further, right? Further is insinuating something for the future, right? Further information processing or judgment formation. There you go. Okay. So all the things that's being done now, especially through the media, is things that's to prime the minds of the people to prepare them for the MOTB. All right. Going into the three concepts known as the MOTB technology, the MOTB mentality, and the MOTB reality. Okay. So let's go back into this article here. All right. And they're doing this, which I believe through the spirit, 2024 is going to be a heavy push for the MOTB. Okay. If it's not going to be brought out 2024, man, we're going to see everything but that. You know what I'm saying? Like they're going to really push it. All right. A lot of headlines I've been catching lately, even just here in the state of New York. All right. There's a lot of legislation that's being passed behind closed doors that's going to impact and take effect 2024. There's a lot of things going on, whether it be, travel. Okay. A lot of these new rules that are going to be taking effect in 2024. All right. You got toll charges now, insurance companies moving different, right? Registration is looking a little different. Everything is going into the digital world, and they're getting tighter, on the squeeze when it comes to, the leeway or in another case, having options outside of what they're presenting. All right, they tightening up the squeeze, man. You know, the economy's looking crazy. You know, a lot of things are lining up, all right, for a very, very chaotic 2024. And they show you that in the movies. You know, they got a movie coming out in April called Civil War. All right, you just had this movie on a so-called Netflix called Leave the World Behind, I think. Yeah, right. Leave the World Behind. Okay, and there's gonna be many more to come. All right, there's gonna be many more to come. But let's go back to this article. It says companies offering telecommunications services in Nigeria have had a fresh order from the federal government to entirely block all SIM cards not linked to the biometrics-backed National Identification Number, otherwise known as NIN, right? By February 28th, 2024 at the latest. They're moving fast, okay? The directive has been handed down by the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, according to corporate notices issued by some of the telcos to their customers and partners. In MTN Nigeria's own notice cited by Punch, the telco says the move is in line with an, quote, industry-wide directive, end quote. There you go. Right? Which requires all SIM cards not linked to the NINS, which we read earlier as the National Identification Number. Okay? You see where this is going? All right? This is all leading to one thing and one thing only. The same exact thing that John the Revelator saw in the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter, going into the mark of the beast. This is the beginning of that. Okay? At least the another step towards it. Okay? And just like how we're seeing these countries taking these type of directives, we're also going to see them take those next steps. All they need to do is to get the people on board. That's it. Okay? It says, or those linked to unverified NINs, all right, to be suspended on or before February 28th, 2024. So now what if that comes here to America? What are you going to do when this comes to America? You know, your bank accounts will be suspended until you are digitally verified. Okay? And at that point, you can't work. You can't really do anything because everything is connected to your digital information. So once you're not compliant in some form or fashion digitally, it affects everything else. Oh, you're not up to date on your V's? Well, it's your health is at risk. It affects your ability to get a house. You know, it affects your ability to get a car. Okay? It affects your ability to get a job. It affects your ability to really have custody of your own children. It affects your ability to function as a regular human being in average society. So here's what we're going to do. We have a special place for people like you. Okay? It's called Fairbanks, Alaska. All right. It says, giving further information on this issue or on the issue, MTN Nigeria said phone lines linked to their national identification number, right, NIN, National Identification Number, which have been submitted but not verified, will be blocked on or before March 29th. Okay? This is for the national. This is for NINs linked to 5 or more SIM cards. Okay, so you see how it's starting? You're linked to way too many. They can't really identify. So unless you tell us, okay, I'm this person using this account, I'm that person using that account, I'm this person, they're not gonna allow you. They're gonna block it all because there is no identity to it. See, you didn't come out and say, oh, this is me and this is me, so we're blocking it. It could be bots. Okay. It says in instances where 5 or less SIM cards are linked to be submitted by but unverified NINs, the lines will be barred on or before April 15th. Okay? So you see how it's slowly, damn, this is crazy. It's slowly, literally programming people like monthly. You know, by February, if you don't have this done, we're going to block you out. So you have from now till February to get it done. Think about it, right? They're going to be doing the same thing with social media accounts, okay, very soon. All right, we don't know. It's too many of these, what's that? John Wick 225, at gmail.com. They tired of seeing shit like that. You see somebody with a crazy ass name, the Chambers of Commerce, Normandy 44 at hotmail.com. They don't want to see that. Who the fuck is that? All right, they want to see names attached to these accounts. They want identifications. They want to know exactly who you are and what you're saying. Okay? So it says, while encouraging its subscribers to submit their NINs for verification, the mobile network operator said it has also reinforced its teams and infrastructure in order to make the process convenient. See how they play that trick? It's to make it convenient for them as they work to meet compliance requirements set out by the government. So it's you have to comply, but yet it's convenient. So we're creating a convenient way for you to comply. Esau, what a devil. Look, I know this is hard. What we're going to do is we're going to make it easy for you to actually do what needs to be done, right? We're just going to block your account. See, so it makes it easy. So now you don't really have to do much. Just tell us who you are, and then we can unlock it, and then we can keep tabs on you and make sure that you pay your fines as well, because you will be fined, and then you're going to be charged interest fee, for blocking the account and, restarting everything over again. So we'll charge all those to your account digitally, so you don't have to worry about that. It should be coming out of your first paycheck or two. Let's see. Are we done here? Yes. Okay. You should be getting a notification. And once you get that notification, you have to scan your face just so you can get the verification before you can start. All right. No need for a password or none of that. Your face is your password. Your chip is your password. So continuing, and don't be surprised when soon iPhones are going to be advertised and they'll say you can scan your hand and your iPhone will unlock. Instead of tapping it, now the phone taps you. Tap that forehead or the back of that right hand over there, where that thing is inserted, and then it could process everything for you. It could lock your phone, it could unlock your phone. I mean, it could do so much. There's about 12 million mobile subscribers may be affected by the decision, Business Day points out, alluding to the NCC's figures of September. The Association of Licensed Telecommunications Operators of Nigeria, ALTON, will help enforce the new directive. See? Since April last year, an order for the partial, and you know what? This is all part of what's gonna, because most Nigerians, right, are Jake. All right, I'm not gonna say all, because you still have Hamites who mingle around and stuff like that. But for the most part, most Nigerians are Jake. Okay, Judah. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, really. Okay, but mostly Judah. All right, the Igbos and so on and so forth. So they're gonna have a resistance. Judah always got an attitude problem. You know what I'm saying? Judah always got a fucking attitude problem, and the Lord is about to turn up that attitude, man. So Jake is gonna be on some I'm a bunk back. You just had that with what country was this? There's a country that France was trying to go in there, and other so-called African countries came together. They're like, yo, look, you niggas need to leave our countries, man. You so-called Europeans gotta leave. All right, gone are the days where we allow you to come in, or we don't have good health insurance or good health program. So you guys come in and institute your health bullshit over here, or, start building schools and shit. Like, no, we don't need that no more. All right. You come over here, you lie to us. You say, oh, we're going to build schools and educate your people. We're going to bring you military aid. We're going to bring you hospital aid. Just give us all your resources. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a fair trade. That's not a fair trade. Just give us power over the country's money and trade in dollars, so we're going to be good. And these countries are fed up. They're fed up with that type of shit, man. Okay? So a lot of these people in these countries are going to turn against these new draconian ways of living. They're saying about 12 million people by September, they're going to be basically off the grid. That's estimations. Now, it could be more, it could be less, who knows, right? It says April 1st, or since April last year, an order for the partial block of over 70 million SIM cards not linked to the owner's digital ID has been in place. However, it is a one-way bearing, as only outgoing calls are not supported on such SIM cards. From February 28th, therefore, all categories of SIM cards whose owners have not done the national identity number linkage will be fully deprived of access to all, and it says to all call and data services. You hear that? There you go. Revelation 13 and verse 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So are we in the stage of the causeth? We're at the latter part of the causeth. Okay, when you go into the word causeth, it goes into the Greek word poeo, which means to fashion or to construct. Okay, we're in the latter steps of their construction. Okay, they're building the foundation, and they're gonna go buck wild. Okay, it says, now no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. They've set the temple for that. Okay, let's listen to this. Let's read this again. It says, from February 28th, therefore, all categories of SIM cards whose owners have not done the NIN linkage will be fully deprived, and that no man might buy or sell. They will be fully deprived of access to all call and data services. And data services has to do with banking, right? Health records, and those things are all tied in. They're all interconnected. Because nowadays, if you want to get a place to live, they got to ask about your pay stubs. They got to ask about your job. Some of them might reach out to your managers or some shit just to find out, we're just trying to verify this person's identity, verify if this person is really who they say they are. And in the midst of doing that, they're using that as a stepping stone to interconnect everything. Oh, we need to verify with your bank. We need to verify with your church. We need to verify with your home. We need to verify with your job. We need to verify with your school. So now they're all interconnected. Okay? And that's how they're putting everything together. There's literally a web that they're building. And only those who are not of the elect are going to be caught in that webbing. Okay? And ultimately, that's all going to lead to when our Lord comes back to destroy this whole entire system. Daniel, the 7th chapter tells you that. Okay? It says Nigeria started the drive to link SIM cards to NINs in December 2020, with the federal government saying it is part of its strategy to enhance national security. That's their pitch. That's their pitching sales right there. It says the growing uptake of digital ID in the country has largely contributed to the exercise. In Namibia, where a similar SIM registration exercise is ongoing, authorities have warned that they will begin blocking non-compliant SIM cards from January 1st, amid calls from privacy advocates for a halt to the process over data privacy concerns. Okay? You hear that? Do you hear this? So now all they got to do is to bypass all this data privacy concern. They just put it in the new terms and agreement. So now if you accept it, you have to abide by those terms and agreement. You see, it's very easy to go bypass all this shit. And if you want to take them to court, they'll be like, listen, you agreed, didn't you?
So they got everyone in a corner, man. But guess what? That's why we pray for the Lord, all right, to hasten his return. Okay, because if not, then no flesh shall be saved. I should say. All right. So we are definitely living in those days, man. They're doing it in different countries, all right, and it's all in the preparation, all right, testing out, and it's very specific what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? If you know the plan, you know that they're going exactly according to plan. All right. So these events are not really a shocker. I mean, we're not bugging out. Oh, wow, Nigeria. What? No, we're excited because we know where this leads to. Okay. And countries like Nigeria will show how this place is about it. America is going to be very soon, man. Okay. Because guess what? You can best believe that the people in Nigeria are going to revolt against this shit. Okay. And by revolt, what are they going to be doing? What's the biggest thing that they're going to be doing? Revolting. They're going to be protesting. They're going to be rioting. Okay. The streets going to be on fire. All right. Nigeria is going to be a place of hell. Jake is going to raise hell over there. Okay. And all these countries that have Jake heavily, densely populated, all right, Jake is going to raise hell against these agendas, man. You know? And MOTB is going to be dropped. There's going to be all hell breaking loose out here, man. You know? But it was all leading to when our Lord gets back. Okay, let's see if we can get that real quick in the book of Daniel. Okay? Remember, the Lord said in the prophecy to the prophet Daniel, let's get that. There's a book of Daniel chapter 7 and verse 18. It says, "But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever." Okay, so we're gonna wait, because ultimately, just like every other rulership or change of command, what happens is the guy who comes in, whoever comes in with the power, all right, eliminates all the people who are sitting in the leadership positions. It's either you fire them, you demote them, you put them in jail, whatever. You delete them, right? You eliminate the people who are sitting on the throne at the moment. And what do? You institute your laws, and then you put in your men or your people up in those positions to enforce your laws. Okay, that's how it is. That's just nature. Okay, even companies do that. A company will come in, they'll buy it out. You know, they'll buy out the smaller company, and then they'll fire a whole bunch of people that they don't need. Okay, and then the ones they need, they'll keep you there, and then they'll institute their people that they're coming in with to take over the whole shit. You see? So you're just gonna have a new boss. That's the same exact thing. The earth is about to have a new boss, man. All right? They're gonna have a new boss. So Yahushua is gonna be that new boss. Okay, he's taking Esau, Edom out. All right, where everyone answers to these Amalekites, these so-called Jays. You know how they have a grip on the whole entire planet, and everything goes through them, and everything comes from them. That's the same thing it's going to be, but on the right-hand side with our Lord Yahushua and his people, the Israelites. Okay, the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans that have been looked down upon since day one. Okay, by all these other nations. We became a proverb and a byword. We became a disgrace. We were cut off of our heritage. Okay? All these things the Lord said will be a curse unto our people because we disobeyed his heavenly laws. Okay, his word. But now he said, I'm going to bring you back. Okay, I'm going to cleanse your land because I kicked you off your land. I started off with your sister, Israel. Okay, and she got taken by the Assyrians. All right, and then later on, Judah got taken over by the Babylonians. All right. Though we ended up coming back into our land, predominantly Judah, all right, the southern kingdom, the kingdom of Judah, Benjamin, Levi. Though we came back into that land, fast forward to 70 AD, the Lord says, I had enough of this shit. Kicked us up out of there. Okay? So while we were in western parts of Africa, because we fled Jerusalem in 70 AD, okay, and we ended up pretty much leaving, all right, from Israel all the way down, all right, into the fertile part of Africa, which is mostly the western part, southwestern part of Africa. Okay. And Jake fled. We fled all the way over there. All right. And we lived there for hundreds of years before the Lord put the spirit back on these devils to come over there, trick us, and then grab us up. the transatlantic slave trade, which is found in the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, and we were brought over here. So our story is biblical. All right, the story, the treacherous story of the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans is biblical. Okay, we weren't just brought here by accident. We're not just regular old people. We're special people, and that's why we went through a very special case. The shit and the hell we caught in slavery, and we still catch till today, it has to be divine. There's no other people on this earth that go through what we go through. Okay, those curses are existing till today. Okay, when you go into the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, the 15th verse on down, you can read about those curses. All right, and nobody else on this earth is going through those, especially not the fucking Jewish people, man. They're not going through what we go through. Like, what? It's unheard of. It's unseen. It's unbelievable for them to be going through the shit we go through. When do you see them getting mowed down by the cops and, police brutality, all this shit by a Jewish person? What? No. This shows you that they run this world. They have that power. They can influence anyone, any government they want. Can we do that as a people? No. Our people are stuck running around protesting, talking about Black Lives Matter. You see? Those are two complete different things. But again, we are those people, and there's a controversy. All right, the truth is out, and these devils are running. But again, the Lord said in the book of Daniel 7 verse 18, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom. That's an action. Okay? Because ultimately, part of taking the kingdom is it happens when we overcome the beast and his image and so on and so forth. Okay? Overcome. We got victory over it. Meaning that there was a battle that happened. Okay? And at the end of the battle, the elect win. So it's already written. Again, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom. Right? This is what Daniel's seen in the future. And that future that was thousands of years in the future is now days and weeks and months in the future. Okay? It says, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. All right? And those saints are talking about the 12 tribes of Israel, as is written in Revelation, the 7th chapter. That's it. It's not for the whole world. It's only for the world of the nation of Israel. Point blank, period. All right? So this is the times that we're in, as we approach the end of 2023, all right, into the year 2024, man. We're going to see what the Lord has in store. All right? But it's definitely going to be a year for the ages. All right? 2024 is definitely going to be a year for the ages. All right? So stay prayed up, hang tight, and get ready for a crazy ride. All right. Anyway, I'm going to leave it off there. Lord willing, you are edified and informed. All right. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakodash, the water Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. And until next time, Shalom.